Welcome back to A Considerate Life. Today I'm doing something that makes me a little bit uncomfortable in terms of video content, and that is promoting a book that I wrote. Now I'm torn because on the one hand, I really like the book and its contents. On the other hand, I don't like the self-congratulatory attitude of promoting it. Yo, I did it! Just a bit of personal history. I did my dissertation in the area of Thomistic philosophy, the philosophy of science, and then the intelligent design neo-Darwinism debate. After finishing my PhD, I shopped the dissertation around for a few years, and unsurprisingly, most academic publishers were not interested in such a niche topic. And so after trying different avenues, I just shelved the project for a while. Until last fall, I was rebuilding a PhD seminar on God and science, and I was using Alistair McGrath's book on science and religion, and then I turned to Edward Fazer's Aristotle's Revenge to look at a Thomistic philosophy of nature approach to the natural sciences. I realized after that class that the research was still relevant, that it was still an unexplored aspect of the debate, namely building a philosophy of science from the groundwork of Thomistic epistemological principles and then applying that to the intelligent design neo-Darwinism discussion. So that prompted me to go back into the research to update aspects of it and clean it up for publication. And I'm pleased to announce that as of the posting of this video, the book is available on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the description. Getting the manuscript cleaned up and published by the end of the summer was always the goal. And I was pleased to get it 4 really strong endorsements from the book. Stephen Meyer and Casey Luskin from the Discovery Institute, and Hugh Ross and Fuzz Rana from Reasons to Believe. Now, arguably among Christian evangelicals, the Discovery Institute and Reasons to Believe cover a large swath of the people interested in the science and Christianity or scientific apologetics area or genre. I know Stephen Meyer has been making the rounds on social media. I've seen him on the Joe Rogan show, being interviewed by Piers Morgan and having a dialogue with Ben Shapiro. Hugh Ross is a longtime staple in the conversation about Christianity and the nature of the universe, the nature of our planet, astrophysics, things like that. Casey Luskin and Fuzz Rana just recently had a discussion on the RTB YouTube channel about science and Darwinism and the nature of man. And actually, Casey, Fuzz, and I are all going to be part of a panel discussion at a pre-conference event before the national conference that SES hosts every October. Now, I don't want to make this video longer than it has to be. We do have a series of videos coming out that are documentary style videos covering the material in the books. So I'll post on my community page when those drop. The book says at least 3 interesting things. 1, it shows why intelligent design as it's currently formulated should not be considered a scientific alternative to neo-Darwinism. 2, it shows how neo-Darwinism is different as a theory from, say, physics and chemistry. It's more assumption-driven than it is evidence-driven. And because of number 3, that if we change out the assumptions that frame the way neo-Darwinism looks at natural history, we can reframe the data in such a way that a new scientific paradigm emerges, right? So what this book does is it explores what an alternative, given those other parameters, it explores what an alternative to neo-Darwinism would look like. And whatever that theory is, I'm sort of borrowing from Eric Weinstein. He talks about a post-Einsteinian theory in terms of physics. Well, this would be a post-Darwinian theory in terms of natural history. And then having offered what I think is the framework of a alternative to neo-Darwinism, I reposition the intelligent design theory to be conversant with that new post-Darwinian theory. Now, whether or not the analysis is successful really has to do with the way it's received by the academic community. Because I think, as Richard Rorty said, truth is whatever your colleagues let you get away with. So we'll see if I can get away with this. So if you're interested in science and Christianity, if you're interested in the philosophy of science, if you're interested in scientific apologetics, if you're interested in the question of neo-Darwinism and its veracity, then I would urge you to go to Amazon and check out Beyond Origin, a post-Darwinian design theory.
you.